black.
No.
Oh, I got a black jacket. You want your black jacket? Here, let me call it up. Hey, baby, can I get that black jacket over here? Yo, man.
Yo, is this ashtray?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want.
Fuck it is. No, smoke this. This is really good nicotine right here.
Yeah, good. This is called Sugar Spice and Everything Nice.
Yo, right. There we go, man. Cheers to that. So, let's talk some bullshit for a minute, man. Are you going to watch the fights tonight? You don't give a fuck? Some big fights tonight.
Who's fighting?
Henry Cejudo and TJ Dillashaw. And big UFC fight. Don Cerrone's on the card. And then Manny Pacquiao's fighting Adrian Bronner on HBO.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, that old fuck.
My boy from Kirkwood, he told me to give a shout out. I got an endorsement from an OG in Kirkwood. He says I can say that it's okay. So just so you know, I got OG status in Kirkwood. And if you don't like it, you got to take it up with somebody else. And if you really want to know, I'll tell you. But you don't mess with me. Not in Kirkwood, that is.
Where the fuck is Kirkwood?
Over here in Atlanta, man. Around the corner. We're in Decatur right now. Kirkwood's like 2 miles away.
You know Kirkwood's a town?
It's a neighborhood.
Yo, your wife makes the best snacks, man.
Thank you.
I would definitely wear black from now on. I've been eating tacos and shit. I stopped giving a fuck. I'm telling you, the worst thing in the world, and this is my first sexist statement of the day, but the worst thing in the world is finding a woman that you like. Because then you're just like, well, I don't have to pretend anymore. I'm a fat piece of shit. I'm just going to go eat whatever the fuck I want now. As soon as she's like, yeah, I really like you, easy. And then you're 15 pounds heavier. And then she breaks up with you.
42 and you're doing a podcast.
And then you're like
looking at some 27-year-old going, tell me what it's like to be 27.
Man, what do you mean? Tell me it's like to be 41, man. You're the player out here. You got the beard, man. So, what's in the future, man? What's the next big move for you, man? Enjoying yourself, I can see.
Well, I'm trying to get a fucking hit. Sorry.
No, well, that's what happens when you don't fucking buy a new
The
rap.
truth is,
oh, by the way, we are sponsored by Tito's, and if we aren't, sponsor me.
it's Tito's right here, baby.
I fucking love your liquor. First of all, second of all, it's great price. Third of all, it's made in the great U.S. of A. and it's from Texas, and it was like one of the first like homemade distilleries. I've been watching all those fucking commercials. $20 for like a bottle. I love that shit.
Cheers. Thank you, Tito's.
Cheers to that. Thank you, Tito's. Hit me up if you want to sponsor me. I'll get your tattoo right on my neck right here.
Don't do that. I mean, whatever if you need to.
Tito's. I made it in America. Bam. All right, let's see what you got, man. Let me see this thing. You don't know.
40 motherfucker ain't hitting worth the shit.
41 can't hit a blunt, man.
You got to get it going. I'm not happy with that. It's not working right.
Ain't that a bitch? maybe this is just
Look at the 27-year-old getting on the light and all that.
Yeah, man, the light's nice, man. So, anyways, when you come back to jiu-jitsu, man?
Dude, I own jiu-jitsu. You know, I taught Travin how to do an armbar.
Fuck up.
No. I'm joking. God damn it, don't.
If Travis ever see this, he'd kick the shit out you just for cussing.
For saying that. Hello.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
You know, his son just won like a wrestling tournament.
Good.
Yeah, his fucking son is gonna turn out to be a monster. Dude, thank God my dad was a piece of shit, dude. I would never want pressure like that, dude. Fuck.
Your dad's still alive?
I think so, yeah.
Where is he? You don't know him?
North Carolina. Well, I mean, I don't know my real dad. My other dad, he's nice too.
You don't know your real dad, period?
Mm-mm.
Is that too personal?
No, you're fucked.
Why don't you know your real dad?
I mean, you tell me. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
So, like, you were adopted?
A few times, yeah.
What?
Yeah, you
What
didn't
do you
know
mean
this?
a few times?
You didn't know this?
No.
I was adopted like 3-4 times before I was 9.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear, man. Yeah,
My brother.
My mom was batshit fucking crazy. I don't know. My real dad just did this. You had to hit it a little hard. There you go, because you got the shitty rap. See, there you go. God, dude. You're supposed to be around when Woodstock was around, man. You should know this shit. Did you see that they're recreating Woodstock?
Yeah, it was called Firefest.
Yo, that's funny as fuck, dude. One thing I don't mind is rich people getting fucked up.
Those people,
Those
man.
poor fucking...
They all deserved it.
Oh, yeah. Pieces of shit, I'm sure.
Right.
Those assholes buying $25,000 brunches and posting on Instagram talking about fuck poor people. Hilarious. You know they're making a documentary, or they have made a documentary about it.
I watched it today.
You watched it today? Was it hilarious?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
Ooh.
It was sad. Sorry, nice catch.
Thank you.
I don't have my fucking. We need to cut that in half, dude. I ain't getting shit for hit. It's
What do
pissing
you
me off.
watch this shit? Watch this. Watch this, guys. What's going on, man?
I mean, I was getting those, but those aren't really that good of hits.
Well, you had a 38-year-old blunt paper, man. This is a
38-year-old blunt paper. It was actually probably about
I'm surprised I even got this bitch to roll.
6 years. It was probably 6 years, 6 to 7 year old blunt paper.
Are you fucking
And
kidding
I swear
me?
to
I've
God.
never even seen this. So, you know, I thought about this, man.
Mhm.
And I've been thinking about this more, but this reminded me of it. When I was rolling this, I was like, you know, I should have gave up a long time ago. But I was like, thank God when I was younger, I didn't know how to roll blunts. So we would
Get take real cigars.
We'd get real. Well, no, we'd get like just regular cigars, whatever. It would be like Game. Well, it was Game wasn't back then. It was like White Owl. White Owl.
Sweets.
Swisher Sweets. We had like White Owls, I think. They were the big ones. But anyways, none of us knew how to roll blunts, so we'd take turns trying to roll a cigar until we either ripped the bitch and had to roll joint papers all around it, or we fucking gave up. So for years, man, we couldn't roll blunts for the shit, dude.
Really?
I was like, thank God that I struggled, because now
Really? Because now you're an expert.
I can roll a blunt out of a raccoon's tail.
And you can suck a mean dick.
Yeah, it's all go hands in hand.
This is Treeville. This is my 9-year-old blunt stick, by the way.
This is crazy that you.
Yeah, man. They gave it to me as a sample one time at the Oakhurst.
You just gotta hit it barely and just deal with it, I guess, man.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you.
Look, man, you're gonna have to just do it.
All right. So, give the people what they want, man.
What were we talking about? What do you mean?
We just talking shit now. I need to keep on track. You see this, Joe Rogan and all these fucking podcast geniuses have it right, man. How do you just keep on track with people that you like? You know, he just did the Mike Tyson one. I'd just be sitting there trying to fucking jack Mike Tyson off under the table, man. I'd be so fucking excited to see him.
Well, I've been listening about that. That's when you go. And if you're just now tuning in, this is the Primordial Soup Podcast. I'm GKD3, and I'm here talking with Will. Will, why don't you go ahead and talk to me about what it's like to have the internet always touching you, wanting your attention.
That's how he does it?
Not him. No, I'm just saying some stuff I've looked at. Yeah, it's just, that's how you work on transitions.
Transitions, that's nice.
Yeah,
Now you're a
and,
transition master.
Yeah, how you edit and and stuff like that. How you keep things moving.
Oh, that's very nice.
Right. And
That's
it's like
very nice.
if somebody starts getting weird, you're like,
Yeah.
okay. And if you're just now tuning in, this is the Primordial Soup with GKD3. I'm talking to Will. Will, why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit more about that book you just wrote?
Oh, that's a good transition, man. The first podcast is great. So let's talk about that, man.
Mm-hmm. What the first podcast?
No, I gotta stop smoking, man. I'm about high as fuck at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna say. So let's talk about some good deep shit, man. So you're saying before things got crazy when you were younger, man.
Well, yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Tell me a little bit about that.
What, before things got crazy? Dude, my whole life was crazy growing up, man. My dad and my mom weren't together, and
That shit's about every day now, right?
Yeah, I mean,
was that popular when you were younger, divorce? Or being
I think
separated?
it was popular. Yeah, it played twice a week on radio station 107.9. Here it is, divorce 9. Very popular. Yeah, we.
No, I mean, like,
played that
nowadays,
twice a week.
60% of people are divorced, right?
Right. Well, that's what they say. Yeah.
So I mean, girls. I was watching the Wendy show, right, or the Wendy Williams or whatever the fuck show that is, and this girl, she had this crazy hat on, and I don't know what the fuck. She was some actress, and she's like, so how's your dating scene? And she was like, well, I don't date at this age. I have a guy friend. She's like 60-year-old, and she was like, okay, well, why don't you date? She's like, well, I've been divorced 3 times. At this point, I just realized it's not for me, and everybody started clapping, fucking going wild in the background. I'm like, this girl's celebrating getting divorced 3 fucking times. Back in the day when I felt like I was young, it was like if you get divorced, you're like shunned by the church. Like they come out there with sticks poking and shit.
Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah, in my 20s.
It was like divorce was a big
I'm
deal.
joking. No, but like my mom. I mean, shit. No, whatever. My mom has been married 6 times.
God,
She's been divorced 4 times, which means 1 died.
passed away. Yeah,
Yeah, and then she's now married.
6 times.
Yeah.
6 times a charm, right?
She got married when she was 15. She was a widow at 16.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't your father by any means, right?
No,
No.
my dad was no, after that, then she got married to my brother Chad, who committed suicide, his father, and she got pregnant with my other brother who died at birth. So, and then after that, then she married my dad. Yeah, so it was like, you know, back in the 70s, obviously. But,
Holy shit! You still talk to your mom now?
yeah.
That's got to be a tough woman.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. She's buried her kids. She's crazy. You know, she's wonderful. She's strong. She used to get her ass whooped every day growing up, and
Really?
oh yeah, abusive family. She doesn't know who her father is. She used to have to sleep with her sister, who used to pee the bed all the time. Yeah, man, she has a stand up too, and I still do it too. It's like my Aunt Virginia. We talk about her sister, right? You know, my
She's a
mom's
stand up.
sister.
Your mom's a comedian.
Yeah, she's talking about my Aunt Virginia, and my Aunt Virginia, she's not very smart sometimes, right? You know, she's talking about these dogs she has. You know, she's like, these damn dogs, they just mutilated my whole carpet. You know, and we go to Long John Silver's for
Yo, Long John Silver's. Am I the only person in America that loves that place?
Oh, I don't know. I love it too.
Yo, that's a fucking great place.
Dude, you kidding me? We go to Long John Silver's and we walking up and she's like, "Oh, look at all this beautiful lampscaping." You know? She's like, I was taking a walk around the park the other day and I look up and there's this helicopter. You know?
Is she a real country woman?
Oh, clearly she's a real something. You know?
Real something.
Yeah, she's definitely Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Oklahoma. You look like Norm Macdonald on that. Have you seen his show?
McDonald?
Norm McDonald.
I don't find him fucking funny, man.
Dude, he's awkward as fuck, isn't he? He's on purpose awkward as fuck.
Yeah, like I don't find awkward funny. You know who I don't like fucking as I don't like fucking. I don't like as well as Aziz Ansari.
Oh, you don't like fucking him?
No, I don't like him either.
Why?
Yeah. I don't like the low hanging fruit comedians. I don't like the ones that purposely go on like race, or the ones that purposely go on like them being fat or them being really skinny. Like, I mean, I understand like
low hanging fruit comedians, sure.
Yeah, but I like somebody that's a pretty well thought out guy. Like even Dave Chappelle, great comedian. I don't like when he plays like the black white jokes 99% of the time. You know, like I love some of his shit that he does. I'm not a low hanging fruit kind of guy. So Aziz Ansari does the Indian card all the fucking
Let me ask you this. I don't mean to take this there, but do you see that there's this fucking I don't see it personally, but I mean, do you see that people are fucking racist these days?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Hell
and,
yeah.
and who?
Everybody I fucking meet's racist.
Like white, black, everybody?
Most people I know are racist.
And in what manner?
I think that no, let me take that back. I mean, that's probably me just exaggerating a little bit. I've met a lot of racist people. I think most people are aware of racism, and that most people may have some distrust or feelings or uncomfortabilities. Like, if you take an all-white person into an all-black bar, he's going to feel very uncomfortable, usually. If you take an all-black person into an all-white bar, an all-black person, put a black person into a white bar, they may feel uncomfortable. And I'm not sure if that has to do with racism, but I do think that has to do with feelings. But one of my last bosses, absolutely was racist. It was one of the reasons why I didn't feel comfortable working there. It was one of the reasons why I left.
ILKB or whatever?
No. This was another business, that as of another fitness industry, and the problem is, I think a lot of these people don't realize they're racist. They just think this is how it is. It's ingrained into them, this level of comfortability. And while I don't mind racism,
so without getting too specific, can you be a little more specific?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
let me just clarify, because I just said something that, without being left alone. Oh, let me take care of this. I apologize.
Yeah, we'll pause this shit out.
I'll go ahead and hit that silent. I apologize.
You're good. Do what you gotta do.
You want me to?
Go ahead. Yeah. No, if you need to take it, take it.
Let's see. Hey, Ben. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
I'm just in the podcast.
Oh, you're still doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. How much longer do you think?
I don't know. Do I have a time limit?
No. I'm curious.
Oh, okay.
Can I see you?
Yeah. Probably I'll probably be ready to hang out a little bit after 11.
Okay. No, don't rush. I was just wondering.
Okay, Ben. I'll talk to you as soon as I can.
All right. Bye.
Are you ready? Yeah, she's hanging out with her girls. I'm supposed to meet her friends. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, at least she's cute and she has great personality.
You met her, right?
No, I'm listening. Just
Oh, she's a teacher, 7th grade teacher. She's gonna be a counselor. Anyways, we gotta do a cut motion. Ba-ba. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, you don't have to do that. No, it's easy.
You really just listen to this whole thing and then just edit it? You
Yeah.
spend a lot of time to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, you ready? Bam, I want to do that anyways.
All right, yeah.
Bam. All right,
I
so...
might keep that, not edit that shit. But I don't like that fucking blare. Hang on. All right, let's do that.
All right, so what I was saying is, I don't mind racism. I wanted to clarify that for a second.
I don't mind racism.
I don't mind... I wanted to clarify that quote. I don't mind racism, I don't mind sexism, I don't mind ignorance. That's your choice. What I do mind... God damn, I gotta put that down. What I do mind is when people think it's okay around me, that they think I want to be a part of it. Like,
Sure.
I don't mind that you're, like, not you personally, but I don't mind, like, person X doesn't like black people, doesn't like white people. Cool, that's your own choice, man. Enjoy you. But don't start making racist things around me and think that I'm going to be like, yeah, man. Because then now you think that I'm a racist, and then that's offensive.
Right.
So for a specific, I got a couple specifics, and this was 3 specifics. And it was really hard because one of my good friends, an employee that I had hired, was African American. And this owner, you know, I'll keep all the names silent, she was racist towards African Americans. And
She was white?
Yeah, she was white, older white lady. And she didn't understand that she was racist. She was a sweetheart, you know, like overall. I mean, she was a bitch in the end, but like a sweetheart, like a nice person. She just didn't have any social awareness. So we had to get like a background on one of our walls, right? And it was like, you know, you get a girl climbing a mountain, or you get like a guy surfing, you know, something fitness, health, and wellness oriented. And she was asking me all my pins. There's 100 pictures to pick from, and I didn't give a shit. So I was like, sure, blah blah blah. And we were talking about this one. She was looking through them. She's like, well, I don't want to pick that one. I want to pick this one. You know, she's like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna put a colored person on my wall. It was just that quote. And then I kind of looked at her, and she's like, well, it doesn't fit our
That's racist.
I don't know, it doesn't fit our demographic, you know, because we had a lot of white people, a lot of older white women. And I was like, all right, you know, I thought of it, and I was like, well, maybe she should speak out of turn. So then we had another instance. It comes up to 3. There's 3 total. Second instance is this African guy, and I don't want to butcher his name, but like, you know, he had one of these really hard to pronounce names. Like OGI was his first name. It was like Agawab, you know, something I couldn't pronounce normally. You would look at it, it'd be like kind of like a lot of letters, like maybe something.
Right, something you'd have to practice
Exactly.
before you meet him, and then you say it properly, and you
So-
feel good about yourself, and you'd be like, I'm a good white boy.
Well, I would say that I'm a good white boy. I would just be happy that I could
you'd
pronounce
feel good about being
an
racist.
African. No, I would feel good about being racist. Go fuck yourself. And so I was gone, and dude, her husband, he was part of the business. Dude pulls me over like next day. He's like, "Hey, there's a new thing. Women can't close the store by themselves." I was like, "What?" It's like you have to be here at the end of this night because we would usually leave 30 minutes early, and the teacher that would close the store, and they're mostly women. He's like, can't do it anymore. I came in over last night, and there's a black guy in the studio. Big black guy. And I was like, okay, what happened? He was like, they were all back there training. There was like 4 women, including his wife, were back in the back training on the equipment, trying to learn how to do better. There's this big black guy in the lobby, and he had went to go get some food for everybody. He came back, there's a giant black guy was there. He was like, this giant black guy's there. And I was like, okay, and he was like, I came and talked to him, and he acted like he wanted to come to class, and I gave him a card or whatever, but I doubt he was doing that. You know, like, what would have happened? What would have happened if I wasn't here, Will? And I was like, well, what the fuck? And I just kind of stared at him. You know, I liked my job. I didn't really want to push buttons too much. I was like, I didn't really say that much. And he was like, from now on, somebody needs to be there just in case things happen. You never know. Like, what if he came to rob the place or anything like that? And I was like, well, that seems kind of fucked up. But I didn't say anything too much more. When I messed with it.
No, if you tap, it's probably going to pick up the...
Oh, yeah, I'll stop
vibration.
tapping.
That's all, yeah.
Talk with the southern talk with my hands. So, long story short, I know I'm babbling at this
No,
point.
you're fine. This is what it's all about, man.
He comes and I don't say shit. So I'm kind of at that point. I was a little pissed off some of the things happened. The third and the final straw, I was like, look, I can't be a part of this program. This is it. Was we had a bunch of instructors, and they all went through their training, right? And one of our instructors, I don't want to say her name, but she was an African-American woman, and she had lost 12, 15 pounds, looked ripped, looked amazing. And I commented, and I was like, wow, y'all look amazing. Like, X, you look the best. Not the best, but you look amazing. You look so different from what you are. And I mentioned it again in front of them in our little group. It was the husband, the wife, and me. We're sitting up at the front desk. I was like, wow, can you believe that she looks like that? He's like, well, it's a little different. She's black. you know, her body's obviously going to look a little different than everybody else's.
Who
We're
said
through
that? The guy
husband.
that you're talking about? Oh, the husband.
The husband said that, and
right. I thought so, right.
And I'm like, whoa. Oh, and I forgot to say, and that was the point where I was like, I'm fucking done. What does that mean? I remember I said, excuse me. And he's like, what? That's just, I mean, it is what it is. And the wife, she could tell I was upset. It was like, you know, Ed, calm down, or whatever his name is at the time, you know, calm down.
Right.
And I was like, whoa. You know, I was like, this is a little crazy.
And
here's the thing, the wife, and she was like kind of the sweet one. Like the other guy was kind of military, you know, maybe old school kind of guy, like a Marine dude. So you can expect him to say some fucked up shit. He's like a 65-year-old Marine. You thought maybe he was going to be into some stuff, maybe 55. And, you know, I wasn't as surprised with her. I was so surprised. I remember this specific moment. I forgot to mention about the African. This was the moment that put me over the top and I started looking for a new job. Was he had came to an introductory class, this African-American guy, right? The big black guy, as it was so called in the story. And he signed up for a membership, signed up for a membership, right? And it just proved how stupid and ignorant of a racist mindset that was when he bought into your business, right?
Right.
And I remember I told this woman, the wife, and when she was talking about it, and she was like, yeah, did you hear that, you know, you need to stay till the end of class? And I was like, you know, that guy actually signed up. She looked me right in the eyes, maybe 2-second hesitation. We'll see if he pays. And I said, excuse me? And I would say, pardon? And she goes, what? And I was like, what do you mean by that? And she was like, oh, it was a joke. And I just stared at her for a good 5 seconds. I didn't say a word. And she was like, Will, I'm joking. And I was like, I do not ever find that funny. Right. And I walked away at that point. And then that was the next one he was talking about an instructor. And I said, I'm pretty much out of here. I can't do this.
So that was the wife talking about the husband who just signed up or whatever.
The wife talking about the big black guy, and he had just signed up, and she made the joke. Well, maybe we'll see if he even pays.
Oh, the wife of the owner.
Yeah, so it was the wife and the husband. They're both owners.
Right.
And
right.
the scary black guy.
Right. Got you.
He had came in for
that
supposed
that's all
intro.
Fucked up. Wow. I thought for some reason you were talking about. She said.
Yeah, without names. I should have used some names.
The wife of the guy who just signed up was like, oh, we'll see if he fucking.
Yeah.
pays.
No.
They're jabbing each other.
No. This was
I was
the
like,
wife.
well, that's their own, little relationship. But
that was
no,
the wife of the
totally
that was the owner of the business.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
About the customer.
These people suck. Those are horrible people.
Yeah, I can do it. And my employee is African American that I hired, and I still talk to him to this day. Yeah. And when I left, I felt so bad because I can't tell everybody in the business, hey, this guy's racist, I gotta go. You can't ruin the business on the way out. It's just unprofessional, and then they'll come at you full hard.
Exactly.
Right? So you just get the fuck out of there.
You just say, I'm looking for new opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm out. Boom.
And
but I felt so bad because he's still in the business, so I had to tell him. I was like, yo, this is exactly how I feel, and I want you to know. I don't want it to influence you, and I don't think that they're treating you different because you're black, but I want you to know these are the things they've said to me in privacy and how uncomfortable I was. He ended up staying for a little while, but they started doing shady shit to him too. And he ended up leaving. I still talk to him. I'm meeting up with him tomorrow. But yeah, man, that was a simple story that turned out to be 15 minutes long, but about how I just dealt with some racism at work, And I've dealt with other things like that where, people will say, well, we'll see if he pays, or he's uncomfortable, or, let's do this. I don't like that kind of person. Won't fit. The biggest one is not our demographic.
How about, growing up?
Yeah. Oh, growing up, dude, my fucking grandparents and parents are racist, so.
And they're not racist, I don't think.
No, they were. I mean, here's the thing.
Here's what I think.
Go ahead. I want to hear your story.
Real quick. And, this is a fine line, and I don't really buy into this. I'm not really even trying to...
Let me help you out with that, bro?
I'm just... Sure. But... we used to... Or people, and this is... All right, actually, this... Forget what I was saying about the grandpas and whatnot. Growing up, from when I was growing up in high school, thank you, is we all knew about racism.
Yeah, of course.
We all knew about it. And here's how we got over it. Well, I was friends with Asian people. I was friends with black people and other white people and whatnot. And here's how we dealt with it, is we all made fun of each other. We called each other every name, that would be offensive. And we just made sure that we all loved each other. And we just all made fun of each other. And we made sure that every possible slander could have been served to you. We've already served it. And we've already diced it over and whatnot. And we have already said we got your back. And that's how we dealt with it. And, yeah.
That would never work today. You got so many pussies out there. I mean, I mean, my roommate's Korean, right? And I mean, I'm so sensitive of racism nowadays.
Last night, he probably thought I was a little racist. Probably a little bit, because I was having fun with it.
Maybe. I mean, he does with some crazy shit. Funny story. So, obviously he's Korean. And obviously he didn't escape North Korea and come here on a boat or some shit. He's from South Korea like a normal person. But we'd go to Buckhead. You get all these Buckhead white girls, little ditzy-ass Southern white girls. And every time, it'd be me and him there, they would always be like, you're Korean? He's like, yeah, I'm Korean. Oh, okay, are you South or North Korean? Mm-hmm. Every time. And to him, it's the biggest insult in the fucking world. And, at first I was like, and then it got to the point where it would be so funny that I would get girls just asking. And they'd be like, what is he? Is he Chinese or what is he? And I was like, and I'd be like, no, he's Korean. He's North Korean.
North Korean.
They'd be like, he's North Korean.
That's the ultimate insult, right?
Yeah, it's like an insult because it's like, oh no shit, you're not North Korean. Like, how the hell did you escape North Korea and then come to America and then you're like an athletic craziness, and he's a big dude and all this stuff. And so I'd always be like, he's North Korean. And they'd go up to him and be like, are you really from North Korea? And it became an ongoing joke where it would be so funny that people were so ignorant that I would mess with him about it. And, so fun. And he would do all kind of shit because I'm from the deep South. So he'd make fun of me of like being in the KKK
sure.
or, just being some hick or something like that that didn't understand technology. So anytime he showed me technology, he'd talk to me like I was a 4-year-old child. But, we're both...
Asian-splain.
Yeah, anything, just like I'm an idiot.
Man-splain, whatever you want to call it, right?
And so I always... but, we're both athletes. We've both done martial arts. We're both kind of, come from a kind of a rougher background. So we're just talking shit. We're just normal guys. Love each other. But in today's society, like, even the idea that you can not only lose your job, you can lose your career. And you can
even
lose your
just
wife.
Joking about that.
Jesus just joking about that. And... Well, I definitely think racism is disgusting, and I would never want in the workplace. And we've dealt with so many travesties, and we still are. I think it's good that we're overcompensating than undercompensating, and I'd rather be in there. Right. But it's a very terrifying time to be in.
No, it's true. It's true.
Closet racists everywhere.
And I mean, look, I know there's definitely white people who are racist, and there's definitely black people who are racist.
Oh, that's fucking blunt.
And look. Sorry, honey, but I used to date this girl who was from Korea.
Oh, nice.
And her parents were from North Korea.
Oh.
And they had to escape North Korea. And they went in the fucking mountains, and they used to eat roots. And they fucking had to fucking escape North Korea.
That's crazy.
To the mainland. And they ended up going to Chicago and opened up a clothing store, or like, a washer clothes or whatever you want to call it. And ended up buying her
dry cleaner.
Yeah, dry cleaner and washing, and bought her a fucking fiddle that is now worth $500,000.
The fiddle, like the devil goes down to Georgia. Yeah. Devil goes down to Georgia, looking for soul to see him.
If she knows what I'm talking about. I'm not lying. She knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy, but yo. I don't know what's going on with this Trump bullshit, but
and no, what I'm saying is her parents fled fucking North Korea.
That's insane.
In the mountains, eating roots and shit, and went to Chicago, started working for this fucking clothing store or clothing washing.
Yeah,
and then ended up owning it, 15 hours, and while she is over here owning New York City. They're still working 12, 13, 14-hour days in their clothing.
Still do it, man.
Deal. While she has this fiddle, that's still whatever. And anyway, and she plays it, and she deserves it, and she's not entitled. She owns it, and still love her, and she's beautiful. So
you still love her?
I mean, from that perspective, not like that.
I'm about to say this is your one and only podcast. You make that mistake.
One and only podcast?
Yeah, man. You make that mistake on. Yeah, he's just gonna come in here and hack you up, man.
That's edited out. That's it. You're banned.
That's crazy, man.
Isn't that crazy for real? I mean, that's not bullshit, dude.
Man, immigrant parents, like that's what I was about to say, like this Trump bullshit. And I'm not really give a fuck about politics in that sense. That to argue back and forth, educated wise. But this whole hate and non-hate on immigrants, and then you have people like that, just live the American dream, come over here, change their lives, do everything. Like, man, it's so fucking crazy, man. Like out of all the times that I get stressed, and I'm a little bitch, dude. I'm always crying about something, you know, like, oh, I eat too much, and I'm not happy about my shape, or like, oh, you know, I spend too much time working, or I don't spend enough time doing this, or I need a vacation more. Like, you know, I always bitching about shit, you know. My turkey sandwich wasn't good enough at the sandwich spot I went to, so I give it a 3-star review on Yelp, whatever the case is. But like people like that, literally
You know what?
surviving.
This is our .5 podcast because we got a little bitch here. He's not gonna like this, so you know. No, I'm just joking.
Dang.
Oh, I'm just joking. This is my boy Will. If you just tuning in, I'm so honored to have this guy here. He just shared a little bit of shit, and I just hurt his feelings, and I'm honored.
This man's hurtful, man.
Man, I love it. No, it's beautiful.
This man's hurtful.
Dude, I'm the same fucking way. You know what?
You know, you just we're all entitled to what we think we should have, and then you get people like that who are literally fucking eating roots. I don't even know what the fuck a root tastes like. Just doing crazy shit like that. Here's the thing I think about when it comes to these things. You know, they live these lives like immigrant families, or just really a lot of poverty-stricken families, just overall, you know, families that aren't really happy where they're at, and they sacrifice so much so their kids don't have to sacrifice. Like Mike Tyson in his podcast, I took all the punches so my kids don't have to.
Right.
Or, you know, like this family you're talking about, this woman, they did all the hard shit, worked 15 hours a day so their child doesn't have to, right?
Right.
I'm so entitled because I don't have that.
Right.
It's like I just want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like I don't have that inspiration. Like I don't want my kids to do this. I'm doing well, and I mean, I had a shitty childhood, but it's not like enough where I'm like, I don't want my kids to do this anymore.
Right. Well, you know, it's because you're living the collective dream that my parents tried to give to me, and that some people my age got, and I got on some level, but I've had to kind of hustle to get it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know, what you're living is what we've been fighting for, bro. This is the point. This is what we want.
Right.
You know, I mean, you get to live your, you know, trust me, you fucking, all right, you really want to get real?
I'll tell you what, let me get
right.
some ice. Let's do a cut.
All right,
let's do some ice. I'm going to get a little snack, and let's get real. Let's do like 30 minutes of like some deep shit. God damn it. Almost took the whole table off.
It's okay. I do it too.
We'll get deep in here for a minute.
All right, take the plate.
Yeah. You want anything?
Nope, thank you.
Are you guys having fun?
Yeah.
We're just doing some chatting.
Chatting.
This is fucking dead.
What happened?
It's just out of battery.
Your GoPro?
Yeah.
Fuck it, it's all on the iPhone now.
I know, right?
Let's do it.
So hang on, I might have one more trick up my sleeve. Let me figure out what it is. yeah.
You like it? All right.
Fucking gangster, really, dude.
Hell yeah, I got about another 30 minutes.
You and I look very similar, which is fucking kind of wicked.
I like it.
It's kind of crazy, man. I want some fucking heat, too. All right.
You gotta do the cut motion, man. You gotta do the cut motion. There's a little motion. Cha. Bam. All right.
If you're joining us now, this is the Primordial Podcast. I'm GKD3. This is Will.
I want
What
a
happened? Go ahead.
Go ahead. I want a cool fucking nickname.
He has a cool fucking nickname he's looking for. Talk to me about your cool fucking nickname.
I was hoping I was gonna get one.
This is our fucking true freedom.
I'll tell you what. If anyone actually listens to this shit and gets to this point in this fucking crazy podcast, you can come up with a nickname and I'll just use it from now on.
Put a comment. Who is he?
Oh wait, you can just call me
Let's hear it.
Captain Buttlicker. I'll still use it at that point. All right, man. So we're taking this. We're taking this deep for a minute.
So,
Let's talk about.
go ahead.
Let's talk about something fucked up, or let's talk about some deep drugs. You want to talk about drugs, fucked up experiences?
I don't care. Whatever, man. Tell me what you want to talk about. You're my guest.
One of those two.
We're
Drugs
here.
or fucked up experiences.
All of it. Let's go.
Well, they're so different.
I mean, my most fucked up experience, personally, is the fact that
Shit.
one of my first memories is watching my father have my brother by his arms and my mother have my brother by his legs, and they were yanking them back and forth and saying, "You can't have him. I want him," and I'm over here on the side going, "Well, what about me?" And so, I mean, whatever. I mean, I just remember
They're yanking them.
Yeah, they're fighting, like, literally, like this. One arms and legs.
Was he alive?
Yeah, my brother Ronnie. Yeah, black belt Ronnie.
So they were yanking.
That's my first memory.
To see because they liked him.
Well, they were just shitty relationship people. And, and they were fighting, and they were putting the kids in all of it. And
Some of my now my first memory. That's very. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
you're welcome.
I think that's crazy, man. I don't know. You've been through a lot of fucked up family situations, more than me. I think I've definitely been in my share of fucked up life situations, but I don't know if you've ever had this. So I went to therapy one fucking time, and I loved it, man. I wish I would have kept going, but I was smoking weed at the time. And he said, "Hey, you're not good enough for a program. You're smoking weed. It'll affect the way your program is." And I fucking sucked. But I remember I've only cried like 3 times this. I cry if I watch TV. Like if a dog dies on a TV show, I'm fucking dying crying. I know. I love animals. But like life events, I don't cry very often. And I remember that, like, therapists made me cry. Like, we talked about some deep shit. It was pretty crazy. But as we talked, there was memories that I had, like, hid away from myself. And I remember them. And I remember remembering them at an older, like, 19, and, like, that really affecting me. And, like, at 16, like, those memories always affecting me. And after I had talked to this therapist, like, I remembered a lot of these things that I had hidden. And apparently, I looked into it, like, that's something that a lot of people in traumatic situations when they're really young do, is they bear these memories away.
What kind of...
So I remember this one specific one, the one I'm talking about. I was in somewhere up northeast, so I was probably 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that, probably between 5, 6, or 7. And my mom married a lot, too. She was married 4 or 5 times before I was age 9. And my mom and this guy who she was with, like, stepdad at the time, I believe, I think he adopted me at the time, were fighting. Boom, fighting each other. Bam, bam, bam. And, I'm fucking crying. I call 911. Bam, bam. I call 911 on the phone. And he comes over and he's like, put the fucking phone down. And he, bam, hits me. And I got so scared, I remember them, they're like, what's going on? And I was like, help. And then, he comes over, he's like, put the fucking phone down, hits me. And I remember hanging up the phone. Mm-hmm. And, my mom fights him off, and we grab, like, something, and, she tries to stab him, and it kind of disperses, and we go out to the road, and we just hope somebody comes. And, like, cops come, like, 30 minutes later, you know. Fucking takes forever.
Jesus
And,
Christ,
you know,
dude.
I remember that. And I remember, like, my mom being there, and then we jetted the next day. We left, and we started going down the East Coast, went all the way to South Carolina as far as we could fucking get. That's when I met I didn't met my real dad, not the guy I call my dad, but I met another guy that lived under the guy that eventually I called my dad, you know, and that basically spurred, they were friends, and then my mom left this guy from, you know, the guy I call my dad now. He was there from 9 to really 19. So, you know, basically my dad in my life, I give him that respect for sure. Because he did the right thing raising me. But, yeah, I remember that, and I was like, fuck, dude. I don't even remember that from like 23 to 26, 23 to 27, maybe even like 21, 27. I just never thought about it. And I remember after I went to therapy, I was like, boom. I remember it clear as a day. And I remember like when I was 17 and 18, like it affected me a lot when I thought about it and shit. And I was like, fuck, dude. And I remember a lot of the stuff I did like when I was younger, like all the fucked up shit my mom did or all the fucked up childhood memories. And they just started coming back the more I talked about it, the more I remember that childhood. But I had put it so far back in my memory. That's, have you ever had a situation like that? You fucking asshole.
I know. I apologize, dude. Yeah, we can get some more food.
No, that's
We can
okay.
cut it. Look, man. I mean, as a fucked up life as I've lived, I've never. I mean, I've never been abused. My dad used to whoop my ass. You know, my mom wasn't there growing up. You know, some dude tried to touch my penis once. You know, when I was 15. You know, I crashed or whatever, and then I told my brother who committed suicide. I told him, and nothing happened, and I kind of felt pretty betrayed, you know, at that point. And then my friends, even to this day, this guy is still in Wichita, Kansas, and he you know, I mean, this is from the 90s, you know, and this guy still, this is 2000 whatever. This guy can't see any of my friends without my friends taking action. I mean, it's happened over and over again. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is.
Oh, or they've assaulted him or done something.
I'm just saying, you know, you just can't do that to people.
Oh, and your brother didn't do anything, so you felt really fucked up.
I really felt
How old
really
was your
bad.
brother at the time?
He was 20-something. But the problem was he was a crackhead. So he was smoking crack with this guy, even. That guy, right? It was his neighbor, right? So I wasn't smoking crack. I was fucking 15, but I was drinking alcohol and smoking marijuana. You know, being like,
so he tried to take advantage of you when you were fucked up.
Yeah, I passed out on the couch, you know, instead of going home to my brother's house, right? You know, I was on the couch and I woke up and somebody was trying to undo my pants. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? You know, and some thing moved off. And then he went to his room and he goes, struggler. You know, I'll never forget it, dude. And I said, fuck you. You know, is what I said. And then I was like, what the fuck, dude? And then I got up and I went and pissed, you know. And I came back and laid down and then woke up the next day. And obviously nothing happened after that. But, you know, I woke up the next day and went home. Or not home, but to my brother's house. And was like, dude, I told my brother. And I thought shit was about to go down.
He's about to fuck him up.
Oh, man, I was like, war's happening. Sharpen the swords, man. This is all going south right now. You know, I was like, dude, you don't want to fucking have any idea what this motherfucker dude. And I went, dude, and I was telling him this whole story. And then he's like, well, you know. And I'm like, I felt betrayed. What do you mean, well, you know? What do you mean, well, you know? What the fuck is that? That means you smoke crack with this guy, and you know, you got something to lose by going and whooping his ass. So you know, it's not in your best interest to go have my honor, you know, and you know. Anyway, so
that's a tough one, man. I mean, no, I think you know, you've been through a lot, and you've met a lot of people that haven't been through a lot, and a lot of those people are fucking sensitive, and you know, they think they've been through it all. You know, work goes hard. You know, they crash. You know, I've dated girls like that. I mean, I've had roommates that like that, and I know guys like that, women like that, everybody like that. And it's all relative, you know. Some people can watch somebody die and blink their eyes and move past it, and some people can watch somebody break their leg and never forget it.
All right, can we talk about real shit?
Yeah, let me go get the cracker.
And I'm gonna ask questions.
Yeah, let's get crazy. I told you, it's either drugs or real shit. God. Yeah.
I know that dude. Sorry about that. It's supposed to be there to. you've ever been touched by somebody and you shouldn't have been touched by them, you better speak up. But if you're hashtagging bullshit, then you can go fuck yourself.
All right. Bam.
I know. This probably is not, as deep to you as it probably is to me, but I want to talk about what it's like to be in battle and war and
Wow.
shit. I know. Sorry, man.
No, I was talking about how nice this cheese is. Look at this shit. All right. So you want to talk about war?
I do, because look, man, when I was 17, my instinct was to go enlist in the army.
Okay.
I got too scared. My dad went around to tell me to do it. He did it.
Yeah,
My
I never went.
my uncle did, and my grandpa was in World War II. But then I didn't do it. Go ahead.
Does it make you feel some type of way that you didn't go?
I mean, it made me. I wanted to go because
You're probably the most pro-military person I know.
Really.
Yeah, like I mean, not maybe like, oh, let's go fucking bomb Syria, but like where you have like always go out of your way to be like, yo, like you're in the military, let me show you like serious respect, and like let me talk you up all the time. Like you have this ultimate respect for the military that's kind of like a lost art nowadays.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they absolutely always deserve it. The military can do some fucked up shit, but yeah, you do something. So I wanted to ask that question if you felt bad that you didn't go or something of that nature.
Yeah, I do actually, because I felt like I needed it. Like I said,
For discipline.
Yeah. I'm still at this point in my life at 41. I'm as disciplined as I've been playing music for 20 years and I've gotten into some shit and I'm pretty good these days and I'm better than most people. And
Got a beautiful family, beautiful wife, good job, people like you. You know who you are.
I appreciate you putting words in my mouth, but
Well, oh my bad. I'm complimenting you. What do you mean putting words in your mouth?
just joking. I'm just joking. No. Oh, I appreciate you saying that.
There you go.
But I'm not even, trying to look. My
bad. Continue.
I have a few things I'm proud of.
Okay.
Obviously, Parker Foreman, even though he's my quote unquote stepson,
No, I mean it's not.
I am the ultimate proud of that boy. To my dying day, dude. I love that boy forever, and that's my son. And
That's amazing.
period. Period.
Love it.
That's ultimate. And obviously, I love his mother. And then from my own perspective, it's the idea of sticking with playing music.
Okay.
I grew up ADD hardcore. I didn't grow up smart. I grew up in trouble. I grew up with a shitty dad. I grew up bullying people. And, I the people I used to bully are my friends on Facebook, because, and I still haven't apologized to them. And I remember whenever, before Facebook came around, I was like, oh, if I ever see these people I bullied when I was fucking shitty people, I just want to apologize to them. And, and then Facebook comes around. Boom, there they all are. Wow. I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, fuck, what do I do? And I've never really even apologized to anybody. But, I was just troubled. Because I didn't have my mom around and my dad was an alcoholic and used to whoop my ass. I mean, he never, didn't do anything never ever did anything sexual to, my brother or me or anybody of that nature.
Of course.
But,
Just tough father.
tough dad, dude.
Yeah.
And he was smart, man. He was a genius, dude. This motherfucker's bad. I mean, for real. It's like, he's the real deal. He was a pilot. He used to teach Iranians how to do fucking stunt flights in Iran.
Oh, I like it. How you say Iran again?
Iran.
I like that. I like that little something to
Yeah,
it.
man.
Little something. So we're getting onto this. Getting too far off, and I like what you're doing here. You wanted to talk about the military. So go ahead and ask away. Anything you want.
Well, all right. We've talked about it, so
No.
yeah. So honestly, I am curious, but I'm not because we've already talked about it. But the questions that to me come up are the idea of here you are, and things blow up.
Boom.
Boom. I mean, as you're going through it, you're just a dumb fucking kid.
I was the youngest kid in my platoon. I was the youngest kid in my company.
So you have all this resilience.
I was 19.
So you're like, hey, here we are. Oh, boom. Yeah, we'll get this. Yeah, it's just a boom. Yeah, we got it. And everybody else on the outside's like,
What?
how many IEDs, you know?
So I think that's a really interesting thought. You know, I think for me, I was very blessed. I love war. I love combat. It's primordial soup. You know, it's the primal fucking instinct. I love it. You know, war tells you who you are. I find that when you're in very emergency situations, you see somebody dying, somebody gets hit by a car, you know, you hear a shooting, you think something's happening. Who you are comes out. Somebody's dying and you go try to hide the weed in the house, you know you're a piece of shit sometimes, you know, or,
right.
you know, somebody gets hit by a car and the first thing you do is go to help, you know, you find things about yourself. And that's how I was in the war. I love finding things about myself, and I was very proud of what it was.
Wow.
But I loved combat. And I think the reason why I loved combat was, you know, I had such a shitty childhood. You know, I dropped out of high school to go into the Army because we had no fucking money.
No shit.
I didn't give a shit about the money. I wasn't patriotic at all. 9/11
No
happened.
shit. You're telling me it wasn't patriot. It was about the money?
It's all about the money. I didn't give a fuck about the military. I was a super smart kid, so I was like, I'm going to go to college. Well, my mom left. I was taking Adderall every single day because I was on ADHD medicine forever. And then, like, I was starting smoking weed and started drinking hard at 13, 14. And then, you know, school was... It was a way to skip school and get laid, you know, or do this and go get drunk. You know, 14 years old, 15 years old, my dad was never there.
So what was?
Like, just skipping school was a way to get it laid or get drunk or something.
Right, yeah.
So,
At
all these
14? You
yeah.
were skipping school at 14?
Yeah, I wasn't getting laid at 14. God, I was trying to. Tried everything in the book, man. But
I think I started skipping school at maybe 15
oh,
or whatever.
Dude, my senior year, I didn't even go to school on Friday.
But you graduated, right?
No, dropped out. 18 years old, March 14th is my birthday, dropped out. Boom.
Oh, really?
My dad broke as fuck. He wanted to move. You know, I didn't have any prospects. You know, I was just kind of like whimsical through school and didn't give a shit. And he was in some trouble financially, and I also didn't have a lot of prospects. So I was like, you know, what should I do? I was like, I enjoy the military. They're offering $20,000 signing bonus. Like, I can buy me a car, you know, because I didn't have a car. I walked to work.
Like, before you even do it, they will give you the money?
That's what I thought. It was not the fucking truth. You gotta graduate, and then they take taxes. You don't get no fucking money, man. I didn't see half that shit. So, I joined, man, and I was like, fuck. I was a nerdy kid. I was kind of a pussy back then, and I know, right? And I joined, and they wanted me to go to intelligence. They're like, yo, your ASVAB's through the roof. Let's go to intelligence. Well, my dad was moving in May, whether I'm there or not. And I was like, what am I going to do in May? He's like, you're going to be homeless. You got to get shit together. Dad was like a no-nonsense guy, and I had to put him through some shit from 16, 17, 18, because, you know, he wasn't there but just to discipline me. The rest of the time, you know, I didn't have anybody, so all my friends were shit bags and all my, like, male models or, you know, whatever male role models were all everyone's shit bag brother that didn't work, so he was home at 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. So, you know, the guy that sold weed in the place was the neighborhood guy everyone looked up to.
How does this fucking... No wonder he likes me.
Cheers to that, brother.
But thank God I liked him and myself as well, because I made sure that I'm not that guy.
There you
Even
go.
though I am that guy. Clearly, holy shit.
So I joined in, man. And,
I'm the same way, dude, because I didn't have the father figure too, because my dad died and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I love fucking outlaws. Go ahead.
Yeah, dude. So I was just like the nerdy kid that was fitting in, bro. And you know, all the other people were rich and shit. I didn't have no fucking money. Nobody cared about me and shit. And you know, I was fucking fat in high school and shit. Nobody gave a fuck. So joined the military, man, and boom. They're like, you want to do intelligence? And they're like, we can get you going to school October. This was in March. I joined. My dad's like, in May, I'm leaving with it without you. I don't give a shit. You can't. Not even with. He's like, I'm leaving without you. You got to figure it out. And I was like, all right. So I told him, I was like, yo, I don't have time for that. I got to go now. Like, get me on the next fucking bus.
No shit.
And he's like, well, I got this thing called combat engineering you can do. It's fun. You get to build shit. You're going to learn about, like, you know, solving problems. You're a smart guy to work out. I was like, fucking sign me up today. So boom, go through, right? So I finished all my stuff, and I had about a month before I head out. Gonna go to basic training, you know, hoorah. And my recruiter, she used to come to my house a lot to like come pick me up and take me to the mall, because I did a mall recruiter, you know. And she would take me to the mall to sign paperwork because my dad wasn't there, so she'd come pick me up and shit. That's how they did. It was kind of crazy. But
they go to the people.
Yeah, man. So they
For real.
I was playing. I remember I was such a nerd. I was playing World of Warcraft. Mm-hmm. You know, sitting there playing there, fucking fat as fuck. Well, I had lost a little bit of weight to go. I was like 240 in high school. And,
Really?
Yeah. I was
What?
I was a fat kid in high school, man. And I dropped down to like 200. I was walking every day and, you know, getting my little power run and stuff. So I come in, I'm just playing World of Warcraft like a little nerd. You got my like Cheetos beside me, and she's like, you know, hey, Will, I got some really great news. I'm barely paying her attention. I'm still like a little snotty little kid. My dad's out there, you know, he understands the gravity of the situation. She goes, I just got word that when you graduate basic training, your unit's gonna deploy. And I was like, deploy where? You know, I was like, maybe I'll go to Guam. She's like, you're gonna go to Afghanistan. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what? I was like, what am I gonna do in Afghanistan? Like, what do they do there, bro? He was like, I hadn't really left South Carolina. We never went on vacations or anything. And after I moved down there when I was young, I was like, what do I do there? And she's like, well, you're gonna be able to do a lot of fun things. Your unit's gonna be a route clearance unit. My dad, you know, he was smart. He's like, what does that mean? And, well, she's like, well, you know, he's going to defuse mines and defuse bombs. And I looked at my dad, and I had that look, was like, get me the fuck out of this. Like, I fucked up.
Oh, really?
You know, and my dad looked at me, and that was like one of the very few times he was like, fuck, he fucked up. And, you know, I could tell he was like nervous, and he was like, shit.
You mean he fucked up, meaning you?
Yeah,
right.
he looked at me, he was like, oh shit, you fucked up.
You fucked up, right.
Yeah, and he was like, you know, and he like pulled her aside and like talked to her and like went through this and time, you know, and I'm like,
you know, hey, come here real quick. Let's have a talk.
Yeah, he was like,
he didn't mean what he was.
He comes to the kitchen, you know, he asked like real quick, because my dad was a history buff, like he wanted to be a history major, so he like was taught history in college for a little while I was going through, like very smart guy into war history. Always taught me like the coolest shit about war and stuff like that. I never wanted to go to war, but he taught me the coolest shit about war.
My dad taught me too.
Yeah.
Colorado.
You know, he's a Tom Clancy book reading motherfucker.
Oh,
like,
wow.
you know, loved all that stuff. Loved all the Navy SEAL movies. Like, that's how we got along. We would do all that shit. So he knew what the fuck that meant, and I was like, damn. And I just sat there like this. I was like, shit, man, my life's about to change. I was like, fuck it, all right, you know. I didn't really think about it. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And I remember like the first time I shot a gun. It was my first time. I had bought a pistol because I thought I was a gangster when I was like 17. It's because I bought a stolen pistol for like $100, and it was a high point, so there was like 50% chance the shit wasn't even gonna shoot. And so that was I shot that a couple times, like bam, bam. And my dad had a .22 rifle, and like when he like, went away when I was like 17, we got drunk and shot it.
Sure.
You know, but just a few times, 4 times. So I remember I was at the rifle range. For the first time, I could never qualify because every time I shot, I would close my eyes because I was so scared of the fucking rifle. And then, you know, 2 years down the road, I'm shooting all the time, you know, just in active combat. And I was great at shooting. I fucking loved smelling gunpowder and stuff. But I remember that was first there, I was, you know, so scared of this shit. But yeah, man, went to basic training, went to AIT, handled like a fucking G and some of the things, put myself in some bad situations, got in some trouble, and then went to Afghanistan. But the whole time I was in the military, I wasn't disciplined. I was the least disciplined guy. And when I got out, I wasn't disciplined until about 2 years ago. Just forced myself. And I still struggle every day. But
so when you went like to basic training and stuff, did they call you out?
Oh, dude, yeah, I got in so much fucking trouble.
So
I got
you
fights.
were always in trouble.
Well, I was always in trouble because I was still a
not
snot-nosed kid.
disciplined, right?
I didn't give a fuck. Here's the thing.
Why were you snot-nosed?
I was so smart that I got away with everything. And I was always able to talk.
Because you saw the bullshit.
And I was always able to talk my way out of anything.
Man, dude, I was always in trouble, man. I've always been in trouble. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so.
And, dude, I got kicked out my senior year in high school. You know why? Because I gypped too much. And guess what happened? I said, how about this? How about I don't gyp another class, and if I gyp one more class, then you can kick me out. And then I talked my way back in. He's like, well, how about this? You just already lost your, like, first hour because you already, lost, He's like, I kicked you out, and then you already gypped immediately after that. And I was like, well, that was because that was before we talked. I was already giving myself a reward, or whatever. So, yeah, I shouldn't even have graduated high school.
Nice,
I dropped out and whatever.
Did you graduate?
Of course I graduated.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And, but I shouldn't have.
I was on my way to being a dumbass, like a smart, dumb criminal. But yeah, I got away with stuff because I also never understood the idea of rules. And I still struggle with that to this day. I need to know the why behind everything. So if you're like, do this, and I don't think it's important, like, fuck it.
I'm all why. I don't care about the what. I'm all the why.
It's a bad situation, man. Sometimes people want to go.
Look, I don't care. I mean, look, I have other things worked out. I teach music, I love, I know what I'm doing. I know what and why, right? I have all, play music and everything, all the above.
Yeah,
So
I should have stopped eating so many crackers.
well, you're just a dumb cracker.
That's racism. This beard looks fucking good on camera, though.
I mean, you fucking look at that, dude. It's almost pretty symmetrical.
How adorable I am?
No, I mean, look at me, dude. Look at you and you look at me, dude. We're almost like the same kind of fucking...
And just white people with beards? Just pale white guys with beards?
Italian dudes who don't know their...
I don't know. I'm thinking about doing 23andMe. But anyways,
What the fuck is 23andMe?
They take your DNA and tell you where the fuck you're from.
Oh, well, my brother did that.
Where was he from?
We're the same place I am.
How do you know?
Well, because he's my brother.
It could be a scam.
Oh, you think my mom might have been fucking too many other dudes?
I don't know. I'm not getting
It's
that far.
possible,
It's
but-
always a scam. Now y'all look alike.
No, I think it's a scam, but I need to do it because if they have to give me the exact same
See,
report.
the best thing is they can do the 23andMe Advanced, and they tell you what you should be eating, like about your like genetics and shit like that. I'm doing that one because I want to know, like, should I be eating so much fucking
Look,
chicken
Will,
every day?
look, I've watched you, Will, and I'm paying attention to you, and you're cool. I like you. You got it going on. You just got to stop with the fad diets and just start taking care of the normal eating. You're cool. You don't have to worry about it. You just keep running and sweat and do your thing.
See, here's the thing: I don't want to run. I just want to just sacrifice a little eating and just stay skinny. But it doesn't work like that. I ran 10 miles on Monday.
That's fucking gangster. I've never ran 10 miles.
Really?
Nope. The
Dude,
most I've ever ran is like 4 or 5 miles.
I started listening to David Goggins. He was on. He's like this Navy SEAL, fucking badass motherfucker, and he just talks about running. So I was like, I want to fucking run a lot. So I was running like 10 miles every Sunday, and then I got to where I was running 20 miles every Sunday straight. Boom, no problem. And
What would you do to prepare yourself for that?
I would get fucked up the night before and just go out and run. Here's how I started it. I was on shrooms at a music fest, not a music festival, at a Terminal West, the show place in Atlanta. And I had left my car at my friend's house, like 10 miles away from my house. And I was on shrooms. I was high as fuck. And I was like, man, I was being self-critical. I was like, you're being a loser, Will. Like, you need to get in shape. I wasn't happy where my body was. So I told my friends. I was like, I'm a little self-conscious, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't say it like that, but of course. Yeah. And I said, you know what, John? I'm going to fucking run to your house tomorrow. I'm leaving my car at your house. I can't drive home tonight. I was fucked up on shrooms. I was like, I'm gonna run to your car. Everybody laughed it off.
Immediately?
No, when I got tomorrow.
Okay.
He's like,
in the morning,
because I was about to leave, and he said, how you getting home? And I said, John,
I'm gonna ride with you, and then I'll.
No, I was like, because I was Ubering home early, so I was about to go home to my house, and I left my car at his house. And he was like, how you getting home? How you gonna get your car, man? And I was like, I'm gonna fucking run and get it tomorrow. He was like, ha ha. I was like, ha ha. And I went home, never thought about it again. I woke up. And I was like, fuck, where's my car? And I was like, shit, it's at John's.
Yeah, there you go.
And I said I was going to do it. And I was like, got high. I was like, I'm going to fucking do it, man. And I just did it. It was easy. Super easy. I mean, like, after the second or third mile, it was pretty easy. I put in podcast in. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the piece. I was like, bam. I just
How
did it.
far did you end up?
That was like 6.5 miles. And I had never ran past, since the Army, I never ran past 2 miles. And I was like, fuck, that's pretty easy. So I started doing 9 miles, 10 miles every Sunday, 20 miles. I did Ragnarok. That was like 11.8, 3 different times. And I fucking loved it. I was like, this is nice. Cut up my elbow and shit in the trail race. I loved it. I wanted to do a 100-mile race. And then I got in a relationship in June of last year. I was running every day. Got fat as fuck. We drank margaritas and just had sex all the time. Didn't do anything. I got fat, stopped running. But I'm going to slowly get back into it, hopefully.
Will, you are probably one of the more powerful people I've ever met in my life. And
the great and powerful.
I mean, I swear that's your name. Look, if any, I'm not even.
You're very
complimenting. Right, this guy here, we fight all the time. We do jiu-jitsu together. We used to do jiu-jitsu together. every day, 2-3 days a week for almost a year and a half, 2 years, and this guy's spirit. You talk about, at Tsunami where my son goes to jiu-jitsu, Paul Yoon. I love the guy. Indomitable spirit is what they preach. This motherfucker right here, it has a true indomitable spirit. I've choked him out before. I've made him tap, but you know what? This motherfucker does not stop, and I'm scared of this guy. I love this motherfucker, but I am truly scared of his tenacity and his fight and his true fucking ready to go. I mean, I've been there in the depths of hell, jiu-jitsu hell with you,
I miss jiu-jitsu,
and I've
man.
seen you, and I'm like,
It's very
I
kind
get
of you.
cold chills, and I'm scared of you. I am so scared of you.
It was very kind of you.
Yeah, but I respect you. I love you, man.
I wish
You're
I-
my boy, dude.
I wish I did jiu-jitsu. I gotta keep going.
I know. Yeah.
But let's talk some military. Let's go for some fun stories, some fucked up stories.
No, we don't have to, man. I'm done with that. Nope, we don't have to unless you want to.
Let's see how much mine.
If you want to, we can. If not, I'm done because you gave us plenty of
Did I?
much gold and soul. So.
Oh man, I like talking about it.
Well, all right. Here's what I want to know.
No.
Ready?
Yeah, I want to hear
This
what
is
you got.
really what I want to know.
Okay.
It's like when the bomb goes off.
Oh.
Shit, dude.
What do you do?
What did you do? Talk to me.
Boom. That's a good story to end it on, right? So, I got blown up 4 times in Afghanistan.
Oh my God, dude! I said twice
Yeah,
was
no-
my max. Listen, if you motherfuckers ain't paying attention, I'm sensationalizing. This fool got blown up 4 fucking times.
and it was casual. I laughed twice, and it wasn't because I was a badass, but it was just because I didn't understand the idea of the moment.
Right.
I had nothing to lose, and I wanted to stay overseas. I loved it. I didn't have no fucking family. My girlfriend was a fucking heroin addict at the time. She was like into oxys after I left. I didn't have a good family, so I didn't give a fuck. But first time was a little one. I think the first time was a little, but anyways, the most important, there was a couple small blasts, there was 2 big blasts. The last blast was a big one, that was cool, the other 2 small ones are fine. There was one blast that I got the Purple Heart for, and a lot of big shit happened. Short story short, they call these wadis in Afghanistan. They're dried up creek beds. So when you're going in it, there's dunes to your right and left. They're boom up. So you're in a little valley almost, and it's only 6 feet deep, but it's like a dried up creek bed, right? And there's fucking sand everywhere. Well, what they did is Afghanistan's been in war so long. There's just bombs everywhere that's been there for maybe 10 years, 3 years, 6 years. So you got to go and clear this shit. So my job was to clear all the bombs so infantry and supply and everybody can use these roads now. So I'd wake up 3 in the morning, clear all the roads every day for people to come through.
Why 3 in the morning?
Because I got to we got to clear the roads before everyone wakes up at 7 in the morning
But
and
if
starts
they've
using the
been there
roads.
for 10 years, why do you have to get up so early?
I mean, that was just my job every day. So I'd get up there every day and clear the roads.
Oh, because you might be going down a path that.
So what I would do is we'd wake up like a main base if we were at a main base. We'd clear a road that was the main supply line, and then we'd go avert off into a road that hasn't been used in a while. Clear that, and then come back to the main supply line, or we'd stay over in that road and do it for months.
Okay.
I did a lot of things, but short story short, we're in this wadi. Turns out it was a hot spot. We were in the Army Times. There were so many bombs. Every half a mile we're stopping. Boom, boom. 5 of us got blown up. And I remember we were the back truck, so we had to go do all the back truck and the front truck, most important trucks, right? So we're the back truck. Boom, a couple guys got fucked up in the front. So we had to go clear a spot for a medevac to come through, a little helicopter. But the problem is it's so sandy, they may land on a bomb. It's not like you can't just land on a road. So we have to clear a spot, kind of like the stain in this thing. Clear a spot, and then, okay, let's clear bombs, helicopter can land. So we go taking off by ourselves, go try to find this spot. We can't find the shit. We can't find anything that's good a spot to land. Chaos is happening. This is our first real big combat. We're fucking, people are shooting at us, crazy shit kind of things. So we're like, fuck, dude, somebody's gonna die. We thought one of our good friends, my friend Chance, we thought he died. Because nobody had heard from him. He was the front truck. His comms are down and shit. So we can't find shit. We're by ourselves 5-10 minutes. We're like, fuck, we gotta get back. So we start hauling back in the truck. And boom! And it felt like, easiest way to do it. You ever seen Saving Private Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. You remember in the end, Tom Hanks dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but remember where he's on the bridge and like either he gets shot or the jets come and start dropping, or the planes come and dropping bombs. But there's a moment where he gets that like death feeling, and he's kind of like looking around, stunned.
Right.
That's exactly how it feels with a bomb off. That director did perfect. So it's like a high-speed car crash. If you've ever been in one, I haven't, but I'm assuming it's the exact same
I've been
thing.
in accidents, but
Where everything's just like slow down. And you're like, what the fuck?
I mean, my head to this day. That's why I do my thing. Yeah, I called out the Lord Jesus Christ to take me to the promised land because I knew I was dead. Yeah,
damn, that's So I've never done that part. Yeah. So what happens? Boom, I'm in a truck, and boom, lands on its side. Well, the worst part is I'm a fucking gunner, which means I'm sitting there with a 50 cal like this, right? And I'm on a strapped. My seat's not a real seat; it's a strap. I'm hanging from a strap because I'm on a little mounted turret. So I'm sitting like this. My head can't poke up, so my head's right at the 50 cal. And when I see something, I jump up, shoot it, come back down. But so when a bomb goes off, first thing goes is whoosh.
Oh my god!
Head into this 50 cal, which is this giant steel fucking gun, And so it turns over, and I remember in the air, flipping and shit, and just slam my fucking head.
My god.
And I remember kind of waking up for a minute, dust everywhere, can't see anything. I was so young, I was 19. I was like,
oh my god!
First thing I screamed was medic. And I didn't even know, I didn't know if I was hurt. I didn't know if the people in front of me were hurt. Anyone. I just screamed medic.
Did they come to you?
We were in a fucking truck. Nobody could hear us. I was like, there wasn't another truck 30 feet away.
But you were trained to say medic.
I don't even think I was trained. It was just the first thing I said. I was just like, medic. And then I fucking looked around. I'm like, my fucking head's kind of pouring blood and shit, and my knee hurts like a motherfucker. And then I look in the front, and I'm like, Sergeant Jackson, who's our sergeant, and I'm like, yeah, you good? And he was good. And then the driver was like, said something, he couldn't really hear him that much. And then my guy behind me fucked up, yeah. And I was like, fuck. So it was my job to poke out the gunner hole and get everybody to start coming. But the problem was, what they do, they're so smart. It's like, I'll use your glass if I can. Is let's say you're a truck, right? Boom! Truck's fucked up, right? So all these guys are hurt, right? So what happens? All the other trucks come and they surround them, right? And they come help them. So what they do is they have one bomb to get this guy, but then they have another bomb. It's called a secondary charge. So when all your friends go help you, they blow all your friends up. And I knew this. I was a smart guy at the time. I was paying attention to that shit. I knew what was happening in Afghanistan. It's a really popular thing that happened. It's still happening to this day. It's a very popular method. And I was self-aware at the time. And I was like, so everybody got off the truck. Fucking.
You're like, stop, motherfucker!
So I get out there, and I didn't want to step on the ground because I was scared it was going to blow up.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck. People started running at us. And I just said, stop.
Right.
And they were like, whoa, what's going on? Do you see something? And I was like,
I see it all.
And in my head, I was like, this guy, he's unfortunately passed now, but he wasn't passed at the time, but he passed a little bit later to suicide. He was so fucked up, and I was like, fuck. I didn't know what to do because I was scared that they were going to blow up a bomb. But I also knew that he was going to die, or like I thought he was going to die. At the time, he was just knocked unconscious. I just kind of, all I did from there, everybody stopped, and then I just went back in the truck and hid for a second because I was scared they were going to blow those guys up. So I wanted to hide in the truck, so at least it blowed up. I was in the truck instead of being outside. And I just stood like this for like 4 or 5 seconds. And then finally one of them came in. They're like, yo, what's going on? And I was like, fuck it. And then, I pulled him out, and with this other guy, I pulled him out, and we put him on a stretcher. And I remember I was carrying the stretcher and, run into where this helicopter had now came already because it just, so many of us were getting fucked up. They were like, just land the motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And I remember I fell because my knee was fucked up. I had torn my knee at the time. And I fell, and then, I get back up, and we're hauling our guy over. And we get him in the medevac, and I just throw up everywhere. Just throwing up, blah, blah, blah. And
adrenaline and all that shit.
Well, it turns out, and I'll get to that in a second, but it turns out if you have a high-level concussion, throwing up is a really big symptom.
Oh, because you hit your fucking...
You have such a high-level concussion, throwing up is such a bad thing. So I didn't know at the time. I was so stupid. I was so young. Not stupid, I guess. And so then, I go and grab somebody's weapon, whatever weapon I can see. Somebody throws me a weapon, basically, and I grab a spare M16, and I just, bam, plant myself, and I'm just waiting for us to get an attack. And, so little things go off here and there, and, they do a concussion test on you. It's like 2012 in the military, so they're pretty advanced in this shit. They know what's...
2012. Pay attention.
So they know you fucked up, so I'm bleeding from the head. I got this little tiny scar right here still. And they're like, so I need you to do all these tests and ask you like what you remember and did you throw up. And I'm sitting in this guarded like truck after a couple hours like holding detail and like little small combats and stuff. And I remember I'm sitting there. I'm kind of getting the gravity of the situation. On a gun, M16, you have right here is basically, it goes fire. It goes like semi-automatic, like fire, like safety. It's like your safety, just going all the back between like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just flipping it back and forth. I'm just sitting there flipping it. And I was
waiting.
I was just kind of like, I was out of it, and I was sitting in a truck, completely covered, and I was just, had it on the ground. I was flipping it back and forth. And I remember I was kind of self-aware. This guy named Shane, this dude had his foot on the muzzle because it was pointing down, and he kept getting the man's attention. And he was like, yo.
Dude.
And
fuck you, Shane, dude.
Well, he was, looking out for me. I was fucked in the head, and I wasn't like gonna hurt anybody, but I was just being weird,
Right.
I had just got blown up, and I had seen combat, I had seen like death, or I thought I had seen death. He was just like making sure that I didn't raise my muzzle and do crazy shit, and he was letting the medic know that like, hey,
like, look, he was fucking itching.
He was looking out for me. He's like, yo, he got hit really hard in the head. You need to look at him because the medic was just like, yo, he's not dead, he's good. And once everything calmed down, he was just making sure I didn't do anything weird. Like, I wasn't gonna obviously hurt anyone, but I was a 19-year-old kid that just seen some shit, so I was just doing this. And yeah, man. And I remember they gave me some like adrenaline. We got stuck out there for 4 days. They were flying in water and food because we couldn't get them the fuck out. We don't leave our trucks, so we couldn't get the fuck out of there. And they kept attacking us every 10 fucking minutes, or between every 10 minutes, every couple hours. So I got this famous Instagram photo, famous between my friends, not anyone else. And it's me, and we put a cot on top of the big ass Buffalo. It was like this big giant truck, big metal truck. Put it on top of the thing. It had a flat roof. I'm out there in my PT shorts, little black shorts, and a t-shirt with my Kevlar helmet on. I'm out there fucking eating snacks and laying down there trying to tan after I had just got blown up and shit. And I remember my sergeant goes, Will, what the fuck you doing? Harmon, what the fuck you doing? And I'm sitting out there with my helmet and my PT shorts on because it's hot as balls. We haven't ate really in like a day and a half, and I'm fucking thirsty. We're all sharing a bottle of water. I was like, I'm out here getting a tan in my spare time, man. And he was like, stop being a fucking dumbass. Maybe put on a Kevlar.
Piss my pants. Sorry, I'm about to piss my pants. Go ahead, keep going. I guess we have to wait for the thing, I guess. Sorry, I'm about to piss my pants. I would piss my pants, but I knew I'd have to clean it up.
That's not a good one. Ooh. God damn, you weren't kidding, bro.
I know.
What kind of house can you live in? You just walk outside and piss.
I would not have interrupted that, dude. That was fucking...
No, you're good. You're good.
Because trust me, you're talking some real shit, and I apologize.
No. So,
Go ahead.
It was funny, my sergeant, he made me put on a Kevlar, like vest, put on my vest, and he's like, get your fucking shit together, I'm a little snot-nosed kid, and I'm like, ha, 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 being a badass. But I thought it was a game, like, literally, I wouldn't think it was, like, a real game. Like, I know we could die, and I've seen some shit, but, like, I was very comfortable. Like, I've always been a smart ass and that kind of rebel, and I find it funny to be the class clown, and, like, back then, now I understand the idea of discipline and understand of, like, be respectful of yourself, and nobody respect you if you're the class clown. Even if they laugh at you, they don't like you. So, like, I was always that guy. I was always taking the piss out of everything. So I remember, I was sitting out there, and I got this famous picture of me sitting on a cot basically trying to get a tan while, people are getting fucked up and shit, and and I think about that. My friend...
Wow, you're suffering, but you're like, give me 1 second of comedic relief.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I'm making fun of it and shit like that.
And they take you to school on that, or to task or whatever.
He's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And but that was who I was. Like, we got blown up one time after I had just got blown up. So I had got blown up, and they put us in a different truck. They're like, all right, boom. And then we tow that truck back to base, right? That's how we did it. The truck that I got in, fucking half mile later, got blown up. My sergeant's fucking pissed. 40-year-old dude, 45-year-old dude from Memphis, like, African-American guy, like, kind of that old, just fuck this, fuck that guy. And he cusses the driver out. He's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it was the driver's fault. He's like, I told you to follow the fucking line.
And you're getting fucking my homies blown up, dude.
Yeah, and we didn't get hurt, but he's fucking lit into. He's so pissed. And I'm just laughing.
And you're getting blown up, dude. My homie, dude.
I'm just laughing hysterically.
You're taking this as second nature.
Yeah, and I'm dying laughing that Sergeant Jackson was so pissed. And the irony of us getting into a truck to get blown up again, and him just getting into the seat. I'm just fucking dying.
No, that's
laughing.
fine, but that's not what I'm looking at. Here's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your ease of laughter.
It was fun, man. I loved it, man. We used to play games. We were fucked up sometimes. We'd play games like how do you make? It was just fun
Look,
shit. I loved it.
I've said this. When shit
That
hits
was
the
mine.
fan,
That was mine.
when shit hits the fan, guess what? I want, because I think we're probably, all right, cut off the record. It's all gonna shit. It's gonna go to war again. And
Why
it's
is this
gonna-
off the record?
Well, because I don't want to fucking be like that. I don't want to be all weird and shit.
What is that? So you don't want to talk about snake lizards in there?
Nope.
Yo, you might get Alex Jones to sponsor you. Talk about snake lizards, man.
Not on the first podcast. I'll talk about snake lizards. We can come back. We
get the
can
snake
talk
lizards?
about snake lizards.
Yeah, that's funny.
You and Nick, Nick,
So you think everything's gonna hit the fan?
I'll talk about whatever with you. I'll talk about snake lizards. But no, at the end of the day, I think it's, it's gonna get worse. It's there's gonna be, you said social justice warriors, man. And as much like people say it's a Trump supporter and all that shit, and I'm really not a Trump. I did not fucking vote for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I would never vote for Trump. I thought it was a fucking funny joke.
It sucks with the joke. Yo, can we go back on camera?
I mean, we're still on camera.
Well, you did the cut thing.
But okay, go ahead.
Bam. So you wouldn't vote for Trump?
I would never vote for Trump.
Would you have
no.
voted for Clinton?
I voted for Clinton.
So you remember Norm Macdonald?
I voted for Bill Clinton.
Okay.
Or I would have, but I wasn't young enough. No, wait a minute. Stop.
What the fuck are you saying? Uncut. That's what it's going on.
Stop. No, I would not have voted for Hillary Clinton.
So here's
because you know why? Because that's why Trump won. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna loosely quote this here.
All right. Let's hear it.
I'm pretty sure it's Norm Macdonald. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn here, but I'm pretty sure it's Norm Macdonald. He had a joke about Donald Trump. He goes, loose quote here.
I can't wait.
He goes, he's like, I don't like Donald Trump. I fucking hated Hillary Clinton. He goes, I hated Hillary Clinton so much, I voted for a worse candidate just to say, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Then he's like, that's why Donald Trump won.
That's cute. Yeah, that's fun.
South Park, I think, hit it great. It's either you're voting between a turd sandwich or a douchebag.
Sure. That was an argument, and in fact, that was a play, and that's what normally they used to do. Like they say, well, you have to vote for the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, man. It's,
Right. So
two paths
now,
that lead to the same end.
Right. And while that was a great play, and that that's what they did, and everybody followed suit, and it was great, and I thought that was wonderful. But that wasn't necessarily, I mean, like, let's be real, it's not about the lesser of the two evils, but, I mean.
What's it about?
All right, well, we all know who Barack Obama is, right?
Barack Obama.
Yeah, he's a fucking one of our presidents. And, his family in Kenya was the first Kenyan family to deal with white people in historical references, period. And it was in the 1800s.
How the fuck did they figure that out? Is this true?
Well,
Yeah.
I have it quoted on record here, and it's
Is
on
it from
record.
Alex Jones?
No, it's from Barack Obama's mouth.
Oh, he said this.
Yes,
Well, you're the first ones to fuck with white people.
I've seen it. So, obviously, when I first heard it, I thought he was talking about like, the first white people and black people in all history or whatever. But clearly that's not true, right? Because, there was slavery way before fucking 1890 or whatever it is.
Let's finish this bitch out right.
Yeah, let's do it, right? But no, but this is no bullshit, man. And I brought this up to a couple people, and I don't even know what my point is. But my point is this:
I don't either.
you have Barack Obama, 1995, having this speech, talking about his family from Kenya. Obviously, he wasn't born there. I'm not even doing the birth certificate. I don't give a fuck about that. The point is, his family, his grandpa from Kenya, was the first white people to deal with the people from Kenya was his grandfather.
It's very interesting, man.
So, here's what I'm saying. And I'm not even saying it's bad, but I think Barack Obama was set up to be the president from a long time ago. And I think that America did some business with his grandfather a long time ago, to the point that kind of set Barack Obama up to be this ambassador or be this whatever of the thing, because his grandfather was one of the first, like, literal Kenyans to do business with the white people in America.
Starting to sound like Eddie Bravo. Get the tinfoil hat ready. The tinfoil hat ready, guys. We're in for a whole different podcast at that one.
Right.
We go all day on that.
Right. I know. Right.
I don't know, man. I think that's I don't know if we have enough aluminum foil for that one.
Well, so now let's even abandon that. Now, watching this and listening to this, there's all these catchphrases that we've been hearing today. What do they call it? Idea politics or whatever.
Identity politics.
Identity politics.
Yes.
He's over here quoting that shit back in 1995, and we think it's something that's relatively new, you know, like in the at least 2000s or whatever. And I mean, I'm listening to him, and there's over and over and over and over again, there's all these little catchphrases that we keep hearing, like, you know, recently and today. And I didn't really, you know, make mark of it, but I mean, you know, you can watch it for yourself, and you can ask yourself whatever. So I guess my point in saying all this is there's all this talk, and there's all this preparation, you know, staging that's been going on for a long time. And I really don't know where it's all going, and I really don't care. But I've seen it, and it's happening. So whatever's happening is happening. And there's this primordial fucking thing, soup that's going. And when you go back and you read and you watch and you hear, and you're like, they keep saying those same catchphrases, and you're like, what? I thought that was this, but that wasn't. They're fooling. They've been fooling for many years.
Uh-oh. Tinfoil time on that one.
Yep.
So,
all right, with that, we're done.
Damn, that was a good exit.
No, whatever. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just saying it's all a good exit. No, we can keep going.
No, I was about to end it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that we're done.
Yeah, with that, we're done. Get out the tinfoil hat, motherfucker.
Yo, cheers to a good time, man.
We'll edit that out, but I want to say this. I want to say thank you to a true patriot, to somebody who has truly fucking put his life on the fucking line. There's no bullshit, dude. Like, you know, do you either fucking... This guy's died, okay? And so, I don't know. I just want to say thank you, sir.
Oh, dude, very kind. You know, thank you.
Every time I've rolled with you in jiu-jitsu, I've always felt honored. And, you know, anytime I've even been able to survive, even though I've been at some points more down the line of jiu-jitsu experience than you, but I've still always been happy that I've been able to survive even fighting you, quote unquote fighting, you know, and because of your will. No, this guy, I'm telling you, you have his name is Will, and he has the biggest will I've ever experienced in my whole existence. And that's, I'm telling you, I'm just being real.
I appreciate it.
And with that, Travin calls him soldier, and he means it. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to our world, and I hope you can survive. I'll see you soon. Peace. Thank you.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good, brother. You can have the rest, man. I gotta drive soon.
Oh, well, whatever.
Fuck, we killed up a nice little small bottle. Got a nice little go. Oh, shit. I do gotta go.
Dude, these iPhones are crazy how much space they have.
Fuck.
What?
I gotta go.
Where are you going? What you got?
Gotta meet my girl's friends. It's 11:40.
I was gonna ask this question. I meant to ask this. What's up with Supreme and what's up with these things about like these days, dude? What's up with Supreme?
Supreme, man, it's a bitch ass fucking street brand. I hate it.
Is it horrible or
Yeah.
you like it? Or you...
I thought I was some cool guy, so I bought it. But it's a play on the Supreme Metro card. They're street brands, a bunch of faggot ass shit.
Well, I mean it's total bullshit. But you know.
You already got it,
Yeah.
dude. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We talked a lot, just random shit, man. That was interesting. I learned a lot in the podcast in one day, man.
Yeah.
I got these pants, dude. They are fucking tight as fuck.
Dude, those look cool, dude.
I didn't know they were so
That's it. That's from that fucking.
I didn't know they were so fucking tight, man.
Right.
I was like, God damn it! I put them on today. I was like, these are fucking tiny, bro.
Dude, I want a pair of pants like that. You know
They're
why?
called spray-ons.
Spray-ons?
Yeah, because it looks like spraying the goddamn jeans on. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
That's funny. It looks like you're trying out for a play, like a Peter Pan play.
You know, I feel like a fucking Peter Dumbfuck. Yeah. Let me go clean some of this up, bro. That's so funny. That was fun, man.
Yeah, man, dude.
We had to definitely get like a little like a direction, but I love it. I think that was awesome.
I think you should be my co-host.
Who would we actually talk to?
Oh, I got tons of people, dude. Don't worry. You think you're fucking the apex? Homie. You are the apex. But I'm telling you, we're just getting started. We got a lot of niggas to go to. Trust me. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of cool people. And it has a purpose. I don't need you to be a part of what I'm doing. Just so you know. No disrespect. Okay? But I do like you. And I do like how you handle people. Because, you know, I mean, I have like, look at my list, and they're all worthy. Everybody's worthy. You know, and I think that's what it's about. You know, we're just sharing who we are.
That's a nice thing. Yeah, man.
And that's it. We're not even selling anything. You know, here's one thing I hate about people's podcasts. Will, everybody's selling something. I'm sick of it. Guess what? You want to do business with me? Let's talk. But I'm not selling something here on this podcast. I'm not going to do that.
Get 5 million views, and then you'd be like, yeah, fuck it. I'll say y'all bought it.
But look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to drink that. We're going to talk Tito's. But I'm not going to be like, I got this on the 5, on the first, on the thing, on the second. Then I did that, and then I was like that, and then it was good. Cut. Hey, what about the thing? You know, that's what they're doing, right? They're putting in the advertisement in between.
Oh, yeah.
You know, myself, shameless promotion will be, this is sponsored by Sex, Drugs, and Bluegrass Hat.
That'd be fun.
You know, that's my goddamn company.
This is nice. So when do you think you're gonna like actually do it? Like edit that out?
Tonight. I mean, not tonight, but tomorrow, whatever.
Do it. That would be awesome, man. I want to hear it. Let me know when it's done.
I mean, let's move forward. I mean, immediately. I'm not, that's just.
I mean, obviously it's not gonna go on with it. I mean, I'll leave the rest of this.
Obviously, it's what?
Obviously it's not gonna break the fucking world. Just use it.
You're right. It might not break the world, but
But it was still fun to do, and that's the most important.
But here's what people don't know. No. Here's what you might not even know. And here's what I don't know what. 3 days a week, I am in front of, on one-on-one basis, 8 people in one class. 8 people in another class. And then we go to the whole school, and I have access to 150, 200 people.
Kids.
Adults. Who could get what we're talking about.
Right, it'd be fun, man. You gotta spice it up, make it easily accessible. But yeah,
That's what I'm saying, but I don't even push it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's at the Freddie Hamilton School. I'm a music teacher. And so you look at my website, gkd3.com. You didn't go there, but. So what I've been doing is I have this page where I have my Monday class, Tuesday class, and Wednesday class. They go there and they can find the music that we worked on. And I'm writing stuff on it. Learn this, download, play this music. I'm just doing video on it. I'm just creating content just so they can access it. I mean, I'm not looking for anything out of it other than the fact that we were in class like yesterday. Now what? Well, they go over here and you can remember now, right? That's the whole point. I'm serving.
get out of here before I get in trouble with the old lady. Tell your old lady I said bye. She's still awake. Bye. Late. See ya. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the snacks. It was delicious. Oh man, yeah, I had a great time. Well, let me know, man. I'll enjoy that beer, man. I'll let you kill that out, man. Oh, dude, thank you so. How much do I owe you on the DMT? I can send you the cash app. You sure, man? I can.
No, I mean, I don't know what to do. It's
Just tell me a number.
no, because my brother didn't know how much he paid for it, and I don't even remember how much we used to pay for that shit. And that's not the point. So, my point is I love you, and let's fucking
Let's do it again, brother. Anytime.
let's conquer the world.
I'm always down.
And, you know, I love you. I got your back, and I'll fucking fight for you. You know, ward and shit. And
Ooh, that is cool.
all the above, my brother.
All right, well, let me know, man. Send it to me. And I'll listen to it.
Oh, Bob Weir. What you want, Bob Weir? Yeah. He's real, dude. That motherfucker's crazy, dude. I thought he was actually going out to eat. He was glad to be there. I don't think he's gonna make it. Will. I did not know that about him. He's been adopted multiple times. He doesn't know his dad is in school too. He's my brother, man. Poor kid. Holy fuck. This is this conversation needed a hat. And it's so powerful. And this is like, people can't, I don't know, but it's going to be tough to beat. And that's good.
We started to get the drift
So I might have to change the name of Sexuals and Bluegrass because I already have all that set up. Like literally how to get it on iTunes because you don't know it, but I'm on iTunes with my podcast. But I push it. And obviously I don't throw it. So it has to be there. But